Jeg var jo bare helt utrolig forelsket I Johanna.
Is this a personal story? Yes and no. No, because I was never in love with my teacher, and yes, because I have very vivid memories of being in love for the first time. I remember it quite well, and I remember the obsessiveness and how it was to fantasize about another person the whole day and for weeks, and how much time it took up. You know, it was completely overwhelming in a way. So that feeling, which is also quite innocent, I remember quite well, and sometimes I miss it as well. So that's probably why I wanted to write about it.
Skeiv oppvåkning.
Ja, det det jo.
Men jeg skeiv bare fordi jeg forelsket meg I Johanna?
I had worked with Ella Øby before in a film called Beware of Children. She was 11 years old and only a child. But I remember that we had a very nice collaboration. We kind of clicked, we had the same humor, we laughed about the same things, and it was very easy to work with her. And so I wanted to try to work with her again, revisit her in a way, and see how she had turned out as a person and also as an actress. And that is probably also why I wanted to write the story about the first love, because that suited her in a way. Being 16 when we started the shooting, that was very much a story that she could relate to. And yeah, I think she is great as well.
Enten vil jeg bli reddet av alt vil bli bra, eller så vil livet ta slutt.
Since it is a film where you're supposed to not really know what has happened, it was very important to tell it from a very subjective perspective. So it is a film where the main character has full control over the story and the storytelling. So it felt then right to do it like a voiceover film, because in a voiceover you can use that to have some kind of dialogue with yourself. You can think freely. You can think with yourself in a way. You can also use a more expressive language. It doesn't have to be like dialogue-based, everyday kind of speech. You could allow yourself to use some more poetical phrases as well. And so I thought that it needed to be very personal, it needed to be very subjective, and then it needed to be a voiceover-based film as well. And it was very funny to write it, because it is almost like writing a novel in a way. So I had much fun writing it. I think when you are participating in a festival, you don't really think so much about the competition. You are much more worried about the reception, how the audience is going to react, how what the critics will think. And so you don't think so much about prizes, really. I don't. But you know, when the festival comes to an end and there is a prize award, then you start to think that, oh, okay, we are in a competition as well. It might be possible we could win something. So, but anyhow, I was very, very surprised and very happy, of course. And I was also, surprised about the very positive reactions, because you never know when you are making a movie. You never know how it will turn out and how the reactions will be.
Å kunne beskrive kjønn og seksualitet så direkte uten alle mulige kyske forbehold, det trengs. Dette her jo en historie.
The film definitely has a queer theme, and I think that the whole trilogy is kind of a queer film that is trying to make queer films in a different way, maybe make it for a broader audience. I think that if I have a message to the LGBTIQ plus community, it would be that don't feel restricted to the acronyms. I think there are as many ways of being a queer person as there are queer people in the world. So I think you should have that in the back of your mind. What more can I say? I think you should probably regard this as a privilege to be a queer person, because I think it is. You have a kind of a different perspectives on society and the world around you, and that is a very good perspective to have. So I think you should, of course, be proud and use that perspective as well to communicate it to people around you, not just to the other people in the LGBTIQ plus community, but other people as well, the straight part of the population as well. So yeah, try to communicate with each other. That's my message.